Hello everybody, CVH here, and we are back again for more deck testing in the post-Fall of the Dark Brotherhood metagame. And as you can see, today's video will be focusing on Control Monk. This is the first version I have sort of put together after the set's release. Not sure if everything in there needs to be in there, definitely haven't tested this yet, but that's what today's video is for. And as you can see, we're running a ton of cards in the new Dark Brotherhood expansion. Several of which are the reason I think this deck seems super interesting to me currently. Eclipse Baroness, for example, I think really increases this deck's power level by a lot. I also am interested in testing in other decks such as Ramp Scout, but since this card released, I really wanted to put together a Control Monk in the new meta and see how it fares. So in conjunction with the other cards, like the one of Penitus Oculatus Agent, the Sanctuary Pets, the Astrids, the Brotherhood Slayers, hopefully we can deal some damage. So let's keep a Brotherhood Slayer, and I don't think we need Murkwater Witch too much against a Spell Sword. Not a whole lot of 1 health things to kill. Execute's fine, however, so let's just keep these two, see how it goes. Knight of the Hour, another one of those new cards. Very pretty card. Very nice Prophecy against aggro. Not a bad drop. Got a Broom of Profiteer for turn 2.
There's always a plan.
Developable to the board. Let's see what he does. If he plays in the Shadow Lane, we could contest with a Brotherhood Slayer and almost definitely be able to get the completed contracts. I actually don't know what they look like yet. Oh, well, we can't contest that in the Shadow Lane, unfortunately. Can just play the Slayer in the left.
Just give me a name.
Not going to attack yet, I don't think.
There's a plan. There's always a plan.
Alright, that's something we can contest with in the Shadow Lane.
Just give me a name.
And we're kind of just making him think that we run Pillaging Tribune by not attacking. The only reason it would be relevant is if we get the breakthrough from Tazcad. Or if we steal breakthrough off of a Young Mammoth with Penitus Oculatus Agent. But I don't know. Let's just get the 3 in, I think.
Foil my plan.
He's likely to be able to heal more this turn regardless. So if we trade 1 for 1 with the Bruma, we will be able to get our completed contract. Not bad.
You won't foil my plan.
I don't know if that's the order I would have gone with for Young Mammoth. Alright, let's Piercing Javelin that 3-6, trade evenly with the 3-2, take a bit from the Mammoth. He could be a more mid-rangey deck. It looks like he's taking an aggressive approach. So I would like to start clearing stuff a bit. Completed contract on hand. And if we have attacked with anything in the left, of course, we'd be breaking a rune, so don't really want to be doing that. Next turn we have a few options depending on what he plays. Looks like he's just playing things for tempo before attacking, which does not seem right, but it's fine. We could, in fact, steal breakthrough off of that Young Mammoth right now. Doesn't seem great. What does seem great is probably something like Bruma Profiteer, Bruma Profiteer, Ungolem, Fighters Guild Recruit in the right. I think that's just going to be fine with me.
There's a plan. There's always a plan.
And we're getting a substantial amount of healing from these Brumas now. Look at all those +1/+1s. So hopefully one of these two things eats the 1-2. He did kind of use an aggressive execute. I wouldn't be surprised if he has another one. Also, not entirely sure why he targeted. If he's being aggressive, why I don't know, and not being in this lane whatsoever, I'm not sure why he targeted the Slayer instead of my Bruma, when it was my only Bruma especially. Ravenous Hunger Midnight Sweep. Everything still looks like it would be reasonable in a control deck too. Still not entirely sure what we're up against here. We could steal Drain off of the Hunger. I don't care too much about him draining though. I don't really. So Knight of the Hour, if we wanted to play it left, is a reasonable way to contest the 2-2. That said, I mean, we do need to trade this in, right? I think we do. Do we? We need to trade one of them in. So if we execute, and we Crushing Blow. Execute Crushing Blow? Execute Crushing Blow trade. I think we can just do it like this.
Let none defile our temple.
You won't foil.
We don't really need to be aggressive in our clearing because Ungolem can test that perfectly. We're at 21 life still, which is a pretty reasonable place to be, I think. And we're just waiting for our copious amounts of late game to show up now.
You must be cleansed.
Kill them all.
It's totally fine use of Shadowfen Priest for me. Still nothing that looks like a fantastic play. Could just play another Knight in the right. And while it rhymes, it doesn't seem great. We could use the Oculatus Agent now to steal the Drain. Next turn we go for a trade and Crushing Blow. It's probably the best use against Spell Sword that we can get. Unfortunately, not up against a blue deck. That's where it really shines. Or a green deck where you can steal a Fighter's Guild Recruit's keywords.
For the Emperor.
For the Black Hand.
Could even use it for more drain. I don't know, we could just double trade. We're just waiting on our late game at this point. I think this is reasonable enough. I'm not going to attack here because the drains need to actually attack now. We have a creature with drain, so if I want a Crushing Blow or something, we can just go face a bunch.
Mother of mine.
Now you will see real power.
Well, it's unfortunate. Manticore would be a great draw. Dawn's Wrath is going to get the job done well enough, I think.
No quarter.
And we can pass on that. Blood Magic Lord is no bueno for us. It's amazing how aggressive he got in a Control Spell Sword, right? Well, 20 creatures from now, we could lose the game. Because we actually can't answer that in our... Oh man. Is this the meme? Is this when it happens? Do we even need a Crushing Blow that? I don't think so. I don't think it's a requirement. Our breakthrough on Tazcat is going to be able to break this rune anyway. It's not ideal though.
I shall end their blasphemy.
We could just start getting aggressive. It has its risks. We don't really have enough aggression. I think we wait a bit longer. And we just pass. He could like tempo Manticore here, and then I can run Tazcat into it, which wouldn't be that bad.
Don't make me laugh.
Breakthrough unstoppable reach is not fair. I am very concerned at what my opponent is playing. That could have gone much worse for me though. It really could have. I'll answer that later. Don't worry, guys. I'm not gonna ignore him.
I shall end their blasphemy.
Guess we start attacking a bit more. The Night Mother, Blackworm Necromancer, East March Crusader, Blood Magic Lord deck is a confusing one, to say the least. Mostly just the Night Mother. I could see the other cards. Well, he could have full cleared here if he wanted by attacking first and then playing the 6/6 Manticora to kill the Durzog instead. He decided against it. What does that mean for me? He's confident in his ability to end the game quickly. So we only have one thing that's died so far. Sanctuary Pet's pretty nice. Pretty nice indeed here. So we can go ahead and Murkwater Witch, Leaf Lurker that for 7 of our Magicka. We have the completed contract, so we could play double Pet as well. I think we sacrificed this to put the Leaf Lurker over here so we can double pet in the right.
I shall end their blasphemy.
This is not the time for a hip prophecy. Okay, I guess that's good. It's probably not good. It's probably like a piercing javelin that he's only not playing because he knows he has Odoving in his hand already. That's probably the Odoving. I can do literally nothing about that. I could save one of my sanctuary pets and delay the inevitable loss one more turn. I'm pretty sure I don't do that. I'm pretty sure I just play to him not having Odoving, and let's say that was like, I don't even know, something that he wouldn't have wanted to play. I just can't imagine. I can't imagine, guys. We do have limited answers to Odoving if we draw them. It's gotta be Odoving. It's gotta be Odoving. Odoving plus the Night Mother. Here we go. I mean, the Night Mother is still probably not going to get its effect off, but he is going to kill me in a couple turns. Immolating Blast also works. That's another one of the cards that would have worked here. It's the second best card he could have had. So the count on the Night Mother is at 9. He is almost halfway there. This is the game we lose to the Night Mother. Yeah, see, I don't know. He's really going for the memes. He could have just silenced his own Necromancer, hit me down to 6, and had lethal on the board for next turn. Not a whole lot I could have done against that. Face, Javelin away one of these monstrosities. Probably this one in case he plays another Black Horror. We're out of Tazcads. Turns out we only had one of them. At least he's blocking his own lethal by doing it the other way. Unfortunately, the memes look like they're gonna probably happen. I'm actually out of creatures to kill, though. I wonder if I play like a really weak turn, he'll stall the game out long enough and just use the Night Mother to kill me. Never quite good enough. But occasionally a little, like, occasionally barely good enough if we get a prophecy.
You cannot hope to outrun destiny.
So we need a prophecy, we need him not to have removal, and we need to draw another crushing blow. All of that.
You cannot hope to outrun.
We're dead. We tried, though.
Fear death.
I mean, there were definitely some ordering mistakes that he made earlier, such as like the Cloud Rest for no reason before attacking my face and then executing afterwards. Unfortunately, we couldn't beat the very unexpected Spell Sword deck, so we'll try one more time with the Control Monk. I honestly don't know how that matchup's supposed to go. There were a couple turns Mana Core would have been really sweet for us. Eclipse Baroness actually just never got drawn. So if we're just looking for, you know, there's always the risk of that, right? You're looking for your powerful draws, and you draw another Knight of the Hour, you draw another Murkwater Witch, which was actually pretty good. We needed the Murkwater Witch Leaf Lurker combo, since we didn't have the Manticores, obviously. So we will queue up one more time, try to get some more value out of our late game cards. We only played a Tazcad and a Marok that game, actually. With like, if you don't count Dawn's Wrath, there's like 8 or 9? 9 creatures that cost more than 7 in the deck. Alright, we got an Archer. We should have sufficient early game to deal with them. You have the Ring, too. Almost makes me want to keep the Oculatus Agent. Don't think it's quite good enough, though. Pet's infinitely more important. Got a 2-drop that could be useful as well. Crushing Blow is really good against the Murkwater Shamans that have been infesting an infestation of goblins. They've been infesting the ladder recently.
Close ranks. Let nothing through.
Pretty common occurrence. I say we probably just use the Crushing Blow here. Sanctuary Pet has more use late in the game. And we have 2 Crushing Blows, so if he is playing Goblins and plays a Shaman next turn, we're still fine for that. Could have also gone for the Murkwater Witch, but it can one-shot a lot of one-health things. He could even be playing Orcs, and then we have the Greystone Ravagers and stuff like that to kill. Darnag doesn't tell me a whole lot, except that my Sanctuary Pet's potentially going to be very good here. I think I'm just going to use the Ring.
There's a plan. There's always a plan.
I mean, it could be Orcs, right? Could be Orcs. He could just be playing it because it's a good 4-drop in Archer regardless. They typically don't play much, if anything, over 7 cost. Ooh, he's playing the pet too. Not bad. So I think we will Crushing Blow and trade with a 3-2 there. We could probably also Murkwater Witch down the 2-2. Try to get an even trade instead of sacrificing either our Sanctuary Pet or our Fighter's Guild Recruit. I like it. Let's do this. Or we could just do it the other way. Yeah, the other way is probably way safer and way better. Yeah, this is definitely way better. Crushing Blow this. Fighter's Guilds. We can smack in the face a bit. I like to maintain a life lead against Archer. Which we would have had regardless by 2 points, but this sort of guarantees it. Yep, not bad.
No one gets through.
So in that case, if we hadn't attacked for the 3 and he had the Curse play, he would have been able to play Triumphant Jarl this turn. A fairly annoying card, to say the least. So, is there any reason there's no good Murkwater Witch, unfortunately? So we just play Bruma, trade.
There's a plan. There's always a plan. You won't spoil my plan.
Done a good job in the early game, now it's time to draw our late game. This would be a really good time for Eclipse Baroness, obviously. Or a Piercing Javelin. Or a Sanctuary Pet. I will take another Sanctuary Pet.
There's a plan. There's always a plan.
I will definitely take it, guys. Card seems very strong in this deck. So we just need to find a way to muddle through next turn and get to our Ring Manticore, Ring Marok turns, and after that, Archer should be pretty dead. Especially since we're at such a high life total. He's doing a lot of things to my board. Murkwater Witch is going to be really good here. We could even save the Javelin, honestly. Could just totally save it. Just use Sanctuary Pet again. Man, Sanctuary Pet is putting in a lot of work this game. We hopefully get a trade there. And if we don't, we have Mana Chorus, so we're not too sad. And we will simply ring out the Manticora. And I'd say getting the 26 is pretty reasonable here. Yeah. I'm okay with it. And we have Marok next turn. Hopefully you play something high value. I wouldn't mind seeing a larger creature come out this turn for sure. And if it's something we don't want to Marok, we can just use the Javelin, of course, depending on what else we draw. Looks like we're in a really good spot. What a surprise. Control deck at 33 life on turn 9. Not a bad spot to be in. Curse Leaf Lurker. Bit annoying. Bit annoying. He can attack my face, grab a curse, then he has a third curse, maybe. One shot the 2-1 before I can trade with it. Looks like that's probably what's going to happen here. Well, he's probably out of 0 cost creatures. We have no reason to believe that he is a goblin deck. Could use the Marok here. There are definitely better things to Marok. It does immediately take over the board. Marok in the left, steal the 4-3. 4-3 will trade favorably with the 2-2. My Marok will trade favorably with the Earthbone Spinner. We have a Javelin, Hive Defender, and Execute for later. It's not a great Marok, but I think it's good enough. And he can only attack me for 5, which is important, so he can't Triumphant Jarl. We're going to be trying to deny the Triumphant Jarl still.
You cannot hope to outrun destiny.
We have Eclipse Baroness on the deck now. We should be able to draw cards comparable to his level of card draw. Somewhat. More so than before, at least. I would like to at least play an Eclipse Baroness sometime in this video. I don't know if the game has other plans for me or not. Yeah, I would be surprised if he had pulled something there. If he did, it probably wouldn't be that high of impact. Maybe just another like a goblin or something. That's the thing we wanted to steal. Right there. Feels bad, man.
Just give me a name.
Alright, pretty easy turn. We Javelin that, of course. We trade there, play the Hive Defender because it contests better than the Knight of the Hour. We don't really need to heal anyway. We're still at an even life total, so he can't Triumphant Jarl. He's playing Vigilant Giants as well, so... And combined with the Thieves Guild, there's definitely ways to draw cards in that deck without having to play Jarl. This is a problem. You could be playing that and the, good god, what's it called? The 7-drop. So that invites a tricky situation, right? Because in order, like, he's gonna be able to play the spell, the action that gives this the ability to deal its damage to everything. So I think we actually have to play this over here, despite it being covered, and a good way to contest that at the end of the day. Unfortunately.
Let's go then. My time is precious.
Not loving it, I'll tell you what. They could Merkwater Witch execute the 3/3. Not great. Just not great. So we'll simply do this. And pass. And see what craziness he has in store for me with this Child of Hircine. I mean, free Merkwater Witch isn't bad or anything. Eclipse Baroness would definitely have higher impact on turns, you know, 7 and 8. Potentially even a tad earlier if we get a completed contract from Astrid or one of the Brotherhood Slayers in the deck. Obviously he's a late game top deck. Definitely one of our better draws there. This doesn't look too crazy, right? Alright, that's definitely fine. That's totally fine.
Forest is my clout.
So leave Figure on the Marok, I'm okay with that. We just simply play the Knight of the Hour in the right. I'd rather lose that than the Fighters Guild, I think.
Let none defile our temple.
So you pretty much have the left lane on lock, right? Unless he plays another Vigilant Giant or something like that. That's totally fine, we have the Witch. Totally fine with me. We could, we shouldn't leave Flicker though. We really shouldn't. We should hit him down to 26 and just play our 2-drops. There's an argument to put one of them in the left, so we can like attack and leaf flicker something large, but we can just do that with this. I don't mind that too much. We do get another card out of it. We could start punching eventually. If we punch, play in Nasi, plays around the Fighters Guild, obviously. We give him 2 more cards. I wish I could think about what was in this deck a little bit better than I currently am. I don't think there's too much risk of attacking here. A risk from attacking.
These streets are mine. Chaos take you.
I think I play a Nasi regardless, simply because it's good tempo and we are trying to kill our opponent sometime soon. We have answers to whatever creature he would play here. I'm not like super into stealing a guard if he plays Vigilant Giant. I'd rather just kill the giant itself. Get the 5/5 on board now. Push the most damage. It's definitely bad for me. It's definitely bad for me. Definitely not great. Yeah, we've sort of committed to this now. Unfortunately, Blood Dragon will be able to kill my Eclipse Baroness. I think I saved Leaf Lurker in order to kill the Blood Dragon. So it doesn't kill two things. Yeah, it's not like it's setting up lethal in any world or anything like that. Let's do that. Save the Leaf Lurker. You can't just leave this forever because it's punching for 5 every single turn. If trade's there, I don't mind, though. We still have the Leaf Lurker. And 2 more damage coming at him, potentially. Yeah, this card, guys. Very good, it seems. That's the one Corey Millhouse was messaging me about earlier. Wow. Again with the decks that I didn't expect the Night Mother to be playing. This is just Control Monk versus all of the Night Mothers. Another Unstoppable Rage. Drawing a Baroness, reducing it by 2. That's pretty sick right here. That's a swing turn. So let's do it. Oh my god.
The forest is my cloak.
Yeah, alright, so we are confirmed this card is very good. Do not mind that I crafted the premiums. Leaf Lurker still hasn't earned it for some reason. One day premium Leaf Lurkers, I promise. Manticore has earned it a long time ago. Yes, he doesn't really feel good to use the silence on that. But he's running low on stuff. He's hovering over, he's like, are we close yet? Are we there yet? No, we are not. I feel like a lot of people are going to be just teching this into decks that it doesn't really go in. Simply because it's like, oh, well, you know, it could just randomly win me the game, you know? Alright, let's attack. Hope we get a Prophecy Creature. He did not. I think we still just play the Odoving. Odoving is lethal by itself. He just used a finish off. I mean, we'll just do this. It's safer. Just makes more sense, right? He could flood the board this turn, then I'm like, need my Odoving. Yeah, we still have lethal on board. It's not like he can kill this very easily at all if it's behind a guard. Very cool Archer deck, though. Very cool Archer deck. I feel like besides the Night Mother, I would want to test something like this out. And probably will. Probably will. So look forward to more videos testing different styles of decks. Laddering, you know, feel free to drop a follow at the stream down below. Definitely stream this game every day. A lot of different decks on ladder. A lot of arena too, probably, to learn how the new cards interact in that format. Eclipse Baroness definitely carried the late game of this game, though. Fell the Mighty is another one of those new cards. Destroy a creature with power of 4 or more. You guys can't see it at all. It's behind the deck list. It's totally fine. That's the third Belligerent, right? You played 2 earlier. He's like, I just can't kill enough things.
My scales move in shadow.
It is rather hilarious that we would like immediately queue into the deck, the 2 decks with Night Mother, with the 1 deck that doesn't have any support removal.
What have we here?
But it seems like it will fall into 2 categories that we've seen. The first game, he won, but it had nothing to do with the Night Mother. The second game, because he was already so far ahead. In the second game, it's just not doing anything. It seems like it would either be the card that does nothing, or it's a win more card, if you're already in a good position. Well, I think we have him with the Odoving. It feels good. Yeah, let's just use the jab so he doesn't think we top-decked him out of the game. Alright, so if you've enjoyed a little bit of Control Monk on the ladder, feel free to leave a like, feel free to comment. Let me know what you think about the deck. Let me know if you have any suggestions for things you'd like to see on the channel. As always, I appreciate the feedback. Feel free to hit subscribe, and I will see you guys next time.